Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, transgender and non-binary friends of all ages, my name is Moses Bogart, broadcasting to you live from my basement in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Chinantan people. We are all treaty people, my friends, and as such have a duty to truth and reconciliation. We must do better, we can do better, we will do better. You know, it seems, friends, like almost every time we meet, it's a battle between the Godfather of Pike, the Minhattrick Swayzes, and the champ, although we can't say that anymore, Sean Bell and the Thunder Bay Pike. We're looking for a little bit of a revenge tour. Is Sean feeling this is his revenge era? Or are we going to get a whole lot of YouTube clips sent to us from the Minhattrick Swayzes, Sagathon, the Godfather of Puck? Either way, so excited to be here. Welcome back to my broadcast debut for season 14 here in the Dub N95 HL. I love doing this, and I'm glad to be here tonight. Let's talk about how the teams got here. Thunder Bay Pike finished first overall in the regular season with 85 points. They swept the Saguenay Aviateurs in the first round. Minhattrick ninth overall, 4-2 win over Highland. What a battle that one must have been. Can you imagine a first round? This league has such quality. The first round, Highland is out. But you know what? Looking at the list, who's out? Clinton, Sutton, Magnus, Klein, Autobahn, Gaelic, Gopher. A veritable who's who of the WN95 HL are watching from the sidelines. And tonight's winner's got a chance to play the Pit Intramurals. 3 of the last 3 winners of this league are all in the north half of the bracket. And I was shocked to find out that the Taipei Typhoon, they've gone down to the Maryhill Alumni. Another tough battle. That went 7 games, 2-1 final in the last 3. What a series that one is. All right, I'm going to send the text over to Sean and let him know that it is go time here. Round 2 of the playoffs. This is the WN95 HL. We're going to be from the Cam River Coliseum tonight in the green with the gold stripe. That's the Pike heading north. And is it just me, or do Sagathon's jerseys get worse every year? They are in the white with the pink. I do love the pink goal stick and skates, though. That's fabulous. A lot of roster turnover since the last time we talked about both these teams. Going to take a moment for me to get used to the new names. There's number 38, Corey Perry. Number 12 on D, Mark Streit. Behind the net, there's a big hit, and that's going to lead to Olli Jokinen getting a chance out front. Intercepted there by Oreskovic. This is a name I don't know. Phil Oreskovic. No idea. First chance for a breakaway by the D. Great pass ahead. Cross crease. And that's going to be Boucher coming up big. You hear the fans yelling, boo, boo. First penalty of the series coming up right here. That's going to go to Phil the Thrill Kessel. And Magnus and I were donating blood together yesterday. He did tell me that season 15 would be the first season without penalties. So for those of you who've been waiting around patiently for the last 14 seasons to get rid of the dreaded penalty, it's next season. Penalty coming up again here. One-time shot on net from Jokinen. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 here, not for long. Quick 5-on-3 now for the Pike. That's going to be McDonald. That's going to be confusing tonight because the hat trick have Andy McDonald, number 19 on forward, on defense, number 6 Andrew McDonald. A little more the more formal version. All right, dump down the ice. That's going to kill off the first of the power plays. 35 seconds to go in the second. Intercepted there. Phil the Thrill gets a chance. Boucher comes up big, just dumps it down. Couldn't find a pass. Almost wasting a chance here as Corey Perry's got it. A little confusing that Jokinen is wearing number 10 and not Perry. There must have been case of beer exchange for that one. I know last season Perry was wearing that 1-0 jersey. Number 70 on D. Bomeister now. Chance in front there as we've got the penalties have ended. Intercepted there by Strike. Strike gets a breakaway off the post and back to Anderson. Dumped down the ice and right away back into the Minhattrick Swayzes end. But they've got the puck now. 25, 26. That's Ryan Malone playing center for the hat trick. And we're going to have the first period come to an end. 0-0 tie. And I've got to get back to the chat. There we go. Sumter Trash is watching. Second overall in the standings this year for the Trash. Could this be their first trip to the finals? All right, first faceoff is won now by the Pike. Takes a shot on the short side. That's Anderson coming up big. Time will tell if the hat trick do their usual job of switching goalies back and forth. Anderson gets the odd games. And will that be Aubin getting the evens? We're going to find out later tonight. Malone, big hit at the blue line. He's lying on the ice. Picked up by Bomeister. And that's McDonald getting retribution. Here comes Phil Kessel looking to feed a pass through the seam. Couldn't do it behind the net now. Kessel, a great pass up to Malone, but he cannot get past Mark Streit. We're seeing a lot of what Sean Bell does here in this game. He runs his offense through his defense. It's been Yuskevich over the years. And I'm forgetting the other guy who used to play for the Avalanche. Sandis Ozelinch was the guy for a while. Loves to run the offense through the defense. Chance for a one-time pass, reverses it. And that's Phil Kessel. Here comes Corey Perry. 38. What an odd choice for Corey Perry. Is that the number of Stanley Cup games he's played since the last time he won it? Stanley Cup final games, I should add. If you're an LA Kings fan, you're really happy you're going to get to the final this year. You're going to lose. You're going to get there in our first goal. Olli Jokinen. Holy, what a goal. And it's 1-0 for the Thunder Bay Pike. Can't forget that the last time these two teams met, last year's playoffs, round 2, just like this, it went to overtime before the godfather of puck, Mr. Sagathon himself, won it. And that was part of his trip to the finals where he hoisted his first Brule Cup. The Godfather, the Pitt Intramurals, and the Thunder Bay Pike have combined for 13 championships in this league. Who's going to be the 14th tonight? Although I'm probably missing King Rath in the first one. So never mind, strike that. They've combined for 12 championships. And as the horn sounds there with Phil Kessel knocking down Mark Savard, got to be careful. He's got some concussion issues. Sumter Trash eating cheddar and sour cream ruffles as I watch this. And I'm hoping that that's the full title of the chip, cheddar and sour cream, not just eating a block of cheddar while having sour cream ruffles. I don't know. Okay. Dumped in by Mark Giordano. A little more hair in his head this year than the current timeline. And he got a breakaway pass. Malone. He might have been better off to take that in a break. Passed it off to Kessel, and he's stymied in the corner. This is going to be Giordano. Gives it away. Bomeister's got a chance now. Excellent defensive positioning there by Oreskovic. Does still get on net. It's dumped down the ice. Bomeister picks it up. Crosses the blue end of the pass to Perry. And as he tries to cut across for a Sunnyvale special, gets the lumber laid to it. No, he hit the goalie because there was no penalty call. He must have touched the goalie. Oh, the NHL is so soft these days. Cracking a beer. And the first penalty coming up here. Corey Perry. He's going to take a minute or less in the box. Face-off won by the Pike, but given away. It's going to call him. There's two Phils, two Andys, two McDonalds. This team is confusing. Face-off at center ice. Won by the Pike. Back to Streit. Loses the puck there. McDonald's got it. Andy looking for the one-time pass. Tries it, but picked off in front by Bomeister. He's going to shoot the puck over the glass, and that's going to lead to another penalty. At some point when that becomes a penalty in the actual NHL, we're going to have to code that into the game, right? We're going to have to. Dumped down the ice. That's going to kill off the rest of the penalty here as Anderson touches that puck. He dumps it back down. What hustle there by McDonald, only to have the second worst coding choice in the game occur. The net is off its moorings. Dangerous play by Strite. Takes it back towards his own net. Pass intercepted by Phil Oreskovich. Here comes Bomeister. Behind it to Perry. One-time pass. Jokinen from near the blue line. We've seen that go in before. Big save there by Anderson on Savard. And Bomeister picks off the dump. Kind of feel like Sagathon's hanging on for dear life here. Desperately needs a goal as we enter the last minute of the game. A low-scoring affair. We're going to get a goalie pull. Anderson heads to the bench to get the extra attacker. Here come the hat trick. Down the ice, into the zone. That's a big hit by Perry. Steals it away. He's got a wide open cage. A, B, S. Always be shooting. Corey Perry. He's going to score the goal that's going to put away game number 1. The Thunder Bay Pike are going to win the first game here on home ice by a score, maybe 3-0. Look at this. Insult added to injury by Mark Savard. And the fans at the Cam River Coliseum will go home happy tonight. 3-0 is the score right now. Is that how it's going to end? The extra attacker, Marco Sturm. Game number 1 goes to the Thunder Bay Pike by a score of 3-0. Boucher gets his first shutout of the series. Scoreboard a little bit closer, the score doesn't tell the full story of the game. Obviously, 1-0 with 2 empty netters, pretty tight. Let's check out some stats here. Oh, the shots, wildly unbalanced right there. Let's get down to these hits. Hits are pretty even, but the attack zone's going to tell it all. Even as well. Really comes down to the shots in this one, but 1 goal is all it took as the Thunder Bay Pike have won game number 1 here of this second round series. Let's take a chance now to congratulate the winner of the recent NHL 95 World Championships held in Waterloo, Ontario. I know he's listening tonight. Colin Pardo pulled off an absolutely incredible victory. He lost the first 2 games of the best of 5 without scoring a goal, and then came back with the reverse sweep to knock off Sean Bell. And in the words of the super wise Unholy Grail, it's been a while since Sean Bell won a championship, because he didn't win the 95 World Championship last year either. That honor went to his brother Nate Bell. Sean was did get second place, though, obviously, in the World Championships. Nate finished third, and that battle between Sean and Nate did go down to overtime in Game 5 after Nate scored with 1 second left in Game 5 to tie it. One of the all-time greatest goals in the history of the 95 championships. We'll talk a bit more about that later. We are underway here now in game number 2 back at the Cam River Coliseum. There's our first down B. I'm going to do a down B counter. First down B, 1. We got 1. Computer made a weird choice there on the pass, and it's going to be Perry picking it up. Crosses the red line, crosses the blue line, spins back, looks for a cross crease. One time to Jokinen. Jokinen could have shot, chose to keep it on his stick, and Bomeister with a one-timer from beyond the blue line. Low percentage shot there. All right, here comes Perry now over to Jokinen. What a combination these two guys are proven to be here. Big hit there as Malone takes down Jokinen, gets the pass up ahead. Sturm's playing this game. A little bit of the lineup change now for the Storm, for the hat trick. And a penalty coming up. First one of the game is going to go to the Thunder Bay Pike, and it's going to be Jay Bomeister. He's going to sit for a minute or less. Face off to the left of Boucher, won by the Pike. And it's dumped all the way down the ice. That's going to kill off the first chunk of this power play. Anderson takes down his man. The goalie hit. These goalies are OP, let me tell you. Here comes Jokinen down. Tries to cut across on the break. And a giveaway and a big save from Anderson. Wow. Those are some fast fingers on Sagathon to get that switched up to the goalie so quick after the giveaway. Here comes Jokinen again. We're seeing the center iceman carry the puck more. A little bit of a different strategy. That's dumped down the ice. Penalty's already over, though. So that's going to lead to an icing call, and we're going to get a face-off in the Thunder Bay Pike end. Just over a minute to go in the first period. Big hit. Goalie's out of position! And it's Marco Sturm who scores the first goal of this game and the first goal of the series for the Minhattrick Swayzes. Face-off won by the Swayzes, shot all in behind the net. Sturm likes to operate from there. Just scored a goal in that same way. And a hit up front. Perry's going to have a break. Great hustle on the defense right there by Giordano. Took a great path to cut off the lane for Perry. Didn't know he had that speed in him, but this is a young Giordano, not the one we saw play for the Leafs a couple seasons back. Big hit there, but as the period comes to an end, the score is 1-0. 1-0 for the for the Minhattrick Swayzes. No favoritism here, unbiased. Well, it is funny though at the NHL 95 World Championship just how much we cheer against Sean. There is a secret weapon we can pull out when needed. Worked wonders in the past tournament. All right, number 33 on D, that's Oreskovic. Behind the net, dumped along the board. Smart play as the goalie was well out of position. We've already seen one goal go in tonight because Boucher was taking a walk. Boucher on the loose. So close to rhyming. All right, there. Andy McDonald. He loses the puck to Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester trying to beat two defenders. It ends up on the stick of Savard. Dumps it around Perry out of position. Malone's got it now. He dumps behind the net. McDonald can't pick it up, and that's going to be Strite. Gets around Giordano like he's a pylon. Spin move at the net. Can't put it home. Takes a wild clapper, and then the goalie. This is a smart play. The big saves there. We'll talk about this when the whistle goes for this penalty. Sturm going to circle back. They have the extra attacker on now. Dumps it behind the net. One-time pass in front. But you see this. Since touching the goalie is an automatic penalty. I've done this before. You see this in the game. You take control of your goalie and you ram him into the player. And the algorithm says, yes, we would like that to be a penalty. And it is. And it's good. I mean, it's bad, but it's the way it is, right? So this is just Sagathon going within the rules. All right, Mark Strite lost the... Got them all backwards. Okay, Marco Sturm there. He's dumping it in. One-time pass in front. Intercepted by Jokinen. That's going to be Perry now playing D as he's come out of the box. Fake shot. Tries to deke in close, but loses the puck there to Sturm. And it's going to be Giordano. He loses it then. And another giveaway. Hit along the boards, but Giordano picks it up, gets it in. This passing play, it's working for the hat trick. Ringing it around the boards. The teammate is in the right place. Oh, I'm losing my way with words, friends. It's been a while since I've done this thing. Okay, 2 periods in the books. 1-0 is the score. We're not getting a lot of goals in this one, but that is traditional between these two players. Sagathon knowing more for his defense than his offense. And Sean Bell knowing to play with his opponent. Icing call there. We got a face-off in the hat trick end. It just dumps it down. A little bit of a Taipei dump there. To the head. We got Mark Strite on D. That's number 12. Had a chance. Dumped in. Can we negate the icing? Sturm does big save right there by Boucher. And Bouwmeester can't thread the needle on that pass or it would have been a breakaway. Let me tell you folks, that one-time chance right there, that was a good one. Sagathon's been working for that all game with his dumps behind the net. Seems to be his strategy. Here comes Malone. Circles back down at the red line. Looking for the one-time pass. Back to Giordano, and the passing stats really improving here. Cross crease, and a one-time chance. He shot it back. Short side, and there we go. See, run the goalie every time. It's trouble. Goalie's just so soft, man. Speaking of goalies, I'm going to send a shout-out to Ken Dryden, one of the best of all time, died yesterday. That was shocking to see. Montreal Canadiens goalie went on to be a member of Parliament for Canada. He had negotiated the universal daycare deal. Then Harper and the Conservatives came in and squashed it, gave us all $10 a day. $10 in your pocket as opposed to helping with the daycare thing. Anyway, Dryden, love him. All right. Dump down the ice again. They're killing off that penalty. Bouwmeester now behind the net. Just going to hold on to it, let the time tick off the clock. He's still got it, throws it on net, and Jokinen grabs the rebound. He throws it on net as well. Perry now playing on the left wing, and that's going to be Oreskevich. Oreskevich? How many different ways can I pronounce his name? Oh, he had the mighty duck right there. Flying V had the lead blocker in front. Little NFL action right there. Couldn't tuck it home. Malone now. He's hit by Bouwmeester. Thought we might have seen our second down B. There's a big hit dumped into the corner. 20 seconds left. One more chance. Here it is. Corey Perry is stopped. And the Minhattrick Swayzes take game number 2 by a score of 1-0. Wow. 1-0 is the final score. And the series is tied. We're going to head back to Minnesota to the double deuce. And home ice advantage has turned in favor of the Swayzes. Shots are a little closer, still favored the Pike. Breakaways and one-timers, zeros on all of them. Only 10 face-offs, bonkers. And attack zone once again favors the Swayzes, though not by much. So Colin did put it in the comments there. I did get 4th at the World Championships this year. 5th, Unholy Grail. He managed to defeat Ultra Magnus, who came in 6th. And overall, a great tournament. We had the B division was entirely separate this time. The guys just come out once a year and play for fun, for the camaraderie, for the social part. For that part, they had a great time. Ryan was our winner there. Kevin was his first ever tournament. He got 2nd. Pulled that off by studying. It was great. He would watch all the A division games, and he figured out the idea of how one-timer. He never played the game before, and by the end of the day, he knew how one-timers worked from watching all the A players. That was pretty cool to see. On the women's side, Nat won her first Stan Lee Cup, and this kept the streak going of a different winner of the Stanley Cup every single year in our women's division. So successful time, and Nat was great. She's also our hostess. She hosts the event every year. Her and her husband John. John plays in the B division. An absolutely fantastic place to play, pool house, whatnot. All right, we're in here in game number 3 at the Double Deuce, the hot pink jerseys. That's going to be your Minhattrick Swayzes, and the white now with the gold pants and the green trim. That's your Thunder Bay Pike. Low scoring affair, only 4 goals spread out across the 2 games. Perry wins the battle there, but Anderson gets back in that net quickly. Lead pass. I had a couple shots on net there. Boucher coming up big, and Bouwmeester is going to skate it out of the end. Gets it over there to Bobby Ryan. Lineup change here. Jokinen moves to left wing. Bobby Ryan comes in. Dangerous pass there from Bouwmeester, but it does find Ryan's stick. He takes the shot from the top of the circle. Oreskevich down there to Sturm, passes behind the net. No one's there. We recall from game number 2, that move was working out really well for the Hattrick Swayzes. Big hit along the boards as Bobby Ryan makes his presence felt. One-time pass to Corey Perry at center. Nothing doing on that one. Mark Savard, the odd man out in this game. It's dumped behind the net. Boucher's got it. He gets it up there to Strite. Great pass over there to Jokinen. He plays with it in the corner. One-time pass from front for Perry. And there is the big one-timer for Corey Perry. Jokinen and Strite get the assists. Early 1-0 lead here for the Thunder Bay Pike. And almost a behind-the-net disaster again. You'll recall that's the only way that the Hattrick have managed to score in this series so far. They almost had a second one. Big hit there by Giordano as Perry was winding up for the shot. And Boucher getting out of his own way that time. Fast fingers getting on that B button, get the goalie out of the way. Bouwmeester, little stutter step there. One-timer from strike to end the period, 1-0. We go right away to the second period here at game number 3. Series tied 1-1. We haven't had a game yet where both teams have scored. Each team's got a shutout so far. The down B! Down B counter. And it's a goal for Sturm, our second down B of the series. And it results in a goal. And it's 2-1 for the Minhattrick Swayzes. Oh, he's doing them dirty here tonight, friends. And a third down B in a row. And an up B. Okay. These teams, this is like it's a slap fight now. This is just open-handed slapping right now. We've lost all semblance of respectable decorum in this hockey game. Here we go. Strike beats everybody except the goalie. That was fantastic. Nice fake. Oh, he just missed the net. That was an incredible fake shot there, and Strike just put it wide. He had everyone biting on that fake shot, and it's Strike again. He's a man on a mission. Pass to Perry, pass to Bouwmeester. And dump down to Sturm. He gets it, dumps around. He had intended that one for McDonald, but it's intercepted by Bouwmeester. He can't find his target, but Ryan picks it up. Behind the net, Jokinen. Backhanded attempt. Jokinen loses it to McDonald, gets it back. And we got Malone now. He's managed to draw a penalty here in the second period. And as Strike touches it, it's going to be a power play. Those damn dirty down Bs. Jokinen back to the box. The Godfather of Puck is known for worshiping at the altar of the down B, and tonight it's paying dividends. Corey Perry trying to weave his way through. Gets over to Bobby Ryan. He is hammered down. That was the computer, too. That wasn't even Sagathon. The algorithms come out to play tonight. Along the boards, Corey Perry with a huge cross-check. Under a minute to go here in the second period. Jokinen's got it now. He can't score on the short side. Oh, and Bobby Ryan just misses wide. That's 2 tonight that the Pike would like to have seen in the back of the net. Oh my goodness. 2 of them have just whistled wide. And Sumter says, yeah, you know Bell is irritated if he's stooping that low to use the down B. Yeah. Sagathon's got Sean riled right now. Another down B for Thunder Bay. And Bobby Ryan intercepts the pass. He's going to take it out of his own end, but he's checked from behind. You got to move that puck. It's going to be Malone now. He dumps it all the way down to his own end for Anderson. Anderson passes it off to Giordano, and he's hit, and Bobby Ryan picks the puck up. He's going to skate it across the far blue line. Turns back, and he's hammered by Malone. Great lead pass up there to Sturm. Awkward bounce in the corner, and the puck's just hanging out behind the net. Huge hit by Bouwmeester. He's going to have a chance on net. What a deke! And it goes in! I don't know how it found its way to the back of the net, but the Thunder Bay Pike fans are thanking their fishy gods for that one. 2-2 tie here in the third period, and a big hit by Ryan. Takes it away, but he can't finish it. Wouldn't that have been something? Minhattrick's 2 goals came back-to-back on the down Bs, and Thunder Bay almost had their own back-to-back right there. Bouwmeester, he's got the tying goal. He's got the puck now. Hammered to the ice. That's Andy McDonald taking down the much bigger Bouwmeester. Are we going to get a penalty shot here? No. That was close. It looked like there was a clear path to the net there for the hat-trick player, Bobby Ryan. The Pikes spreading out their penalties. No one's had 2 this series, but most of them had 1. Strike, great spin at the blue line. Dumps it in, picked up by Perry. Throws it on net. Big rebound. Perry gets it. Huge shot from in close. And now he's down. It's going to be a 5-on-3 as Perry's down behind the net. But Perry hustles back, gets the puck. Minute 40 to go. We did see overtime at least a couple times in the series last season, pardon me. Up and B. Lomister can't get it. Can't get it deep, but gets the puck back. Loses it. Taipei dump down the ice. We're going to face off just a tick under a minute here to go. This is game 3. The next goal is going to go to the person who will lead the series after tonight's game. One-timer for Perry. Can't get it in. Cross crease for Jokinen. Perry trying to bang it in at the side of the net. Sumter smash that one. Giveaway. And it's going to end up back on the stick of McDonald. Great pass ahead to Sturm. And a huge save by Boucher. It's behind the net. And McDonald's knocked down. Last chance here. Oh, it's stolen away. And the up and B at the buzzer by Mark Giordano. We're heading to overtime. Wow. Sumter wonders, was that an own goal? I do wonder as well. We did try asking the players to put on some replays after goals, but it just slows down the whole thing. We got a nice tidy 8 minutes in this game. We're going to try and stick to it. Penalty coming up here in overtime. And as Mark Streit touches it, we're going to see the Pike players skate off, and the early advantage in overtime is going to go to the hat-trick Swayzes. The Okinen's in the box. 99 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the overtime. Face-off is won by the Pike, but dangerously behind their own net and just chipped down the ice. Smart play. Anderson goes out to get it. He passes it over to Giordano, who gets it up to McDonald. McDonald's got some space to skate with it. Oh, that was close. The fans at the Double Deuce were on their feet. They thought that was going to be the end of this game. And the series lead for the Swayzes. Big hit there by Bobby Ryan again. He shoots it wide for the 3rd time in this game. A Pike player has put the puck wide. Penalty coming up here. Oh, big hit after the whistle. Jokinen's back out of the box. And taking a circuitous route to the box there was Oreskovic. You see the problems I'm having with this name, folks. He just popped up on your screen, too. Oreskovic. Either way, face-off won by the Pike. It's Jokinen. One-time pass for Perry. Another big save by Anderson. One-time chance again for Perry. Corey Perry scores. The overtime hero is number 38, Corey Perry. And it's a 2-1 series lead for the Thunder Bay Pike. What a comeback. And the fans here at the Double Deuce have been left silent. They had that 2-1 lead. Shots wildly out in favor of the Thunder Bay Pike for this time. Body checks in attack zone as well. Just a domination right there. If you are the Swayzes, you got to be thinking the 3 goals you scored. Because you've only scored 3 in the whole series. 2 of them were down Bs. And one of them was because the goalie was out of position and you were able to wrap around the net. You have not manufactured any one-timers, any breakaway goals. I know that the secret to success for the Swayzes is the defense, and you saw that with Anderson's goaltending, especially in the 3rd period. Came up with some absolute doozies in those saves. But you've got to put the biscuit in the basket. You've got to score some goals. You've got to tickle the twine. If you want to win, that's what you've got to do. And right now, the Swayzes just don't seem to have the goal scoring in them. But I'm talking about the reigning, defending champions of the WN95 HL, the proud holders of the Season 13 Brule Cup. And if anyone can come back in a series, it's the Godfather of puck. Here we go. Game 4 is underway. Giveaway behind the net. And Anderson's going to play the smart move and just dump it down with A. Ends up a Malone stick behind the net to McDonald. Goes out of position. And a one-time pass in front to Malone. And a quick lead right here in the game for the Swayzes. And that was adapting on the fly. They've been moving the puck behind the net really well, have these Swayzes. But instead of trying to take it around himself, we had instead McDonald one-time pass out to Malone. And didn't we say that in the pre-game here? One of the keys to success tonight for the Swayzes was getting a different way to score, and they did just that. All right, behind the net again. One-time pass in front, and they must be listening because they're trying all kinds of new things. Oof. They don't call him the Godfather because of his fake Italian accent, let me tell you. This man is thinking, innovating, challenging, and changing. Ryan Malone is sitting in the box. All right, a power play for the Pike. Down in the corner, we got the return now. Welcome back, Mark Savard. And a one-time goal right there. Incredible pass to Phil Kessel. He sat out last game. He's back. And a between the legs one-time pass. 2-0 lead here in the first period. And the Pike are on the ropes. They're floundering. Dumped all the way down the ice, and Stripe picks it up. Chips it along the boards. Penalty coming up here, and it's going to go against. It's going to go against the Swayzes. Giordano. And we're really doing a great job spreading the penalties out here. Lots of guys have one. Only Okinen has two. Another power play here, and this might be just what the doctor ordered for the Pike as they find themselves down 2-0 here early in the first. The best time to go down by 2 goals, though, is, of course, the first period. Lots of time to come back. And the Pike did come back last game to take the lead in this series. Here comes Corey Perry, overtime hero Corey Perry. Legend of the Stanley Cup Finals, Corey Perry, wide open net! And Savard shoots and scores his second of the series. And it's a 2-1 game. Anderson's out of position. Savard takes advantage. Oh, great one-time pass there, intercepted, and Bouwmeester dumps it down the ice. And great play there by Giordano. Stands his man up, goes and gets the puck. Leads to a chance for Malone. He's buzzing tonight. Comes across the crease, steals the puck away. I think he needed to be greedy on that one. He should have shot the puck, I think. But wow, what a period. What a period for Ryan Malone. Center ice here for the Minhattrick Swayzes. You're going to need someone having a performance like that if you're going to topple someone like Sean Bell. Okay, face off at center ice to start period number 2, and Strite's got it. Dumps it around, Perry's there. Avoids the check, circles back, puts it on goal, looks for a rebound. And dumped up. Little laissez-faire there by the Minhattrick Swayzes. Huge save by Anderson, a follow-up. Anderson coming up big, and the fans are just going wild here for Craig Anderson. What a save. And then follows it up with a what a save right after. I got to do this. Holy moly, what a goalie on that. Keeps the game 2-1. Strite's got a chance. And some solid defense there by McDonald. And Phil Kessel now. Fire was lit under him after sitting out game number 3. And we're seeing this. So that's a couple times now where the champs tried to fake left and go across. I wonder if the short side's going to come up open. Is he trying to figure out a way? Let's find out. Oh, he did it that time, but couldn't tuck her home. That goaltending is tight here. The manual coming up big for the Godfather. When in Minnesota, and you've got a manual goaltender. Look at this. Okay. Face off to the right. Another penalty. Huge down B off the blocker. You want to keep those down Bs along the ice. Perry, one-time pass. I think that Savard was in a bit too close to make that one count. Malone with a great spin one-time pass. You know, the score might still just be 2-1, but the offense in this game has been outstanding. This is clearly the most offensive-minded game we've seen so far this series. The Swayzes know that they need to win this one or they're going to be down 3-1. And the Pike, they want to be up 3-1. You can tell. You can tell in the way these players are going about their business. Bouwmeester looking to cut up the middle, but loses it to McDonald. One time back to Reskovich. And it's going to be Bouwmeester now. Over to Perry. Perry loses the puck in front of the net. And you saw right away, as soon as the Pike crossed that blue line, Sagathon starts to camp on that goalie, and that's a smart play. Up down the ice and over the glass. All right, 36 seconds to go to the second. Another penalty coming up. The algorithm decided that there must be penalties, and so there are penalties. That was going to be crazy. Okay. Wow, McDonald just danced around. That was kind of like the last shot in an NBA game, right? McDonald knew how much time was left on the clock and just danced around. And at the last possible second cut to the net, he almost had it. Savard takes the penalty, his first of the series. All right. The Swayzes start on the power play and up a goal. They had two quick ones in the first period. The Pike managed to score a goal in the second to get things a bit closer. Perry's got to get there first. He does, negates the icing. One-time pass for Jokinen. Big hit by Bouwmeester. Lays the shoulder into that player. And he loses the puck. And it's a breakaway. Reskovich with the up and B. Oh, big hit from behind there. Cuts across and misses the net. And the missing the net karma's coming back to bite the Swayzes tonight. One time misses the net as well. This was something we saw in the last game for the Pike. Just couldn't find the net on golden chances. Up down the ice. Always scary when that happens. And the giveaway, Anderson banked it off his player's skate. He's got it now up to Giordano. Behind the net. Giving away again. The Pike can't seem to hold on to this one. It's Phil Kessel. Wild miss of the net there. Oh, huge hit and a breakaway chance. Here comes Perry, had the chance. And Malone on D. Perry had that one. Malone came back and got the stick. If this game ends 2-1, the number one star better be Ryan Malone. And another chance there. And Anderson comes out. The goalie was out of position, but he came storming back and knocked down Savard. Reskovich. Second penalty of the series. Power play for the Pike to end the period here. They need a goal bigly. Kessel playing D right now, coming out of the box, and Bouwmeester going to skate it through a crowd. Comes across the line. One-time shot, big save right there. Here comes McDonald. 40 seconds left to kill on the clock. Dumps it into the corner. Picked up there by Savard. He loses it. McDonald's going to go for a skate now, but given away. Here comes Jokinen to Perry. Pike had a chance and they couldn't do it. And game number 4 is going to go to the Minhattrick Swayzes by a score of 2-1. Oh, doctor. We've got a tie series here. It's suddenly a best of 3 as we head back. And would you look at that? The Swayzes are now out shooting the Thunder Bay Pike. The first time that's happened all series. 2 for 7 on those one-timers, including that brilliant, beautiful through the legs and winning the attack zone as well. Momentum is shifting. No better time than now to be heading home for the Thunder Bay Pike. Woo! I'm drinking a Lake of Bays low tide tonight. Perfect for a night before work. Only 2.5%. 90 calories. You know, Christmas is coming up and I want to look my best for all those Christmas parties. All right, let's see some lineup changes. We got Marco Sturm coming in on the left, McDonald on the right, Malone up the middle, and what a game Malone had last time. He had the big goal. Huge defensive play to prevent the tying goal. And you're starting to see why the Swayze pay him the big bucks. Game number 5, the Cam River Coliseum. We're all evened up here at 2. Whenever these two teams play, it's always tight. A couple games in a row now, these Minhattrick Swayzes have scored early. Big one-time chance in front. Excellent manual goaltending right there. You can see that right away the Pike are pushing the puck. They're pushing the play, trying to get a win here on home ice. But the goaltending of the Minhattrick Swayzes, the godfather of goaltending, great chance there for Sturm. And it's stolen away by McDonald. One-time chance in front, and a big save there by Boucher. And the two managers trading saves so far. Put on net and stop by Anderson. Oh, a little bit of a glitch there. And we got Perry playing center. Breakaway for Perry. And it trickles wide. Anderson can't score. Both players have missed the net. And the just wide curse continues. Here comes Perry. And he can't score. Some more incredible goaltending by the godfather of puck. Ottawa Senators fans will love to see Craig Anderson getting the love he deserves. Giordano and Anderson, they could start the Just for Men club. Or not the Just, what is it? What's the stuff that gets your hair to go back? Anyway, Bobby Ryan, 1-0, his first of the series. And every forward who's played a minute of action now for the Pike has a goal. Perry still leads with 3, the most on the team, including that OT win in game number 3. You know we haven't seen in a while, friends? It's down B. We got those Swayzes looking down right now. One-time chance and another big save for Anderson. Perry behind the net, smart play. But Jokinen not paying attention. Olli Jokinen doesn't see the pass coming his way. And we're already back here. The boys are anxious to get going here on period number 2. 1-0 lead for the Thunder Bay Pike. Series tied 2-2. Strike can't tuck it in on the short side. For all the offense, I'm really putting the emphasis on the interesting syllable there. For all the offense, Strike is driving tonight. No goals in the series. Jokinen hasn't scored since game number 1. It was just an empty netter either. All right, here comes Perry. Fake shot, gets the defender lying down. I love it. That is one coding choice I love in the game. Defender lies down to block the shot. Bouwmeester to Perry. It's picked off by Giordano. Rogaine, that's the product. Rogaine. Someone send me an ad for Rogaine. Okay. We got a penalty coming up here, the first one of the game in the second period. It's going to be the Hattrick Swayzes. Oreskovich. Now he's going to lead the series in playoffs after that one. Stolen away by Jokinen. And another penalty. Oh, you hate to see that. There was no business taking one there. Reaches out the stick and charges. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a charge. All right. Down 2 here are the Swayzes, but they still win the faceoff. It's Malone. He's going to carry the puck for a while. Lose it to Ryan on a big hit. Ryan takes a bad pass to Jokinen, who does recover and gets it back to Ryan. Out at center to Bouwmeester. Comes in and gets things set up in the Swayze end. The first penalty's over. One-timer. It's a rebound to Bobby Ryan, but he couldn't score. And a breakaway from Malone. But Strike comes back. Huge save, and now Jokinen playing left wing. Another penalty coming up. This is the part of the series where the computer decides we need to have lots of penalties to one team. And I tell you, it's why I don't like the penalties. There we go. Sturm. A double penalty. Oh my goodness. Sturm and McDonald. 5-on-3 here. Dump down the ice. Smart play over the glass. But all these penalty choices, you know, if you ever want to come to the NHL 95 World Championships where the best players in the world play, no penalties. Just saying. And also a pool house. And free keg beer. It's a really good time. Did you see our shirts this year? Amazing. Face off won by the Minhattrick Swayzes, but they give it away. But the Pike give it right back away. And here comes Malone with the up and B. I'm not tracking those. I can only have so many things to track in a game. And Bobby Ryan's got it. Penalties are over. 30 seconds to go in the period. Puck's in front. What a save! Oh my goodness, that might be the biggest save I've ever seen in NHL 95, and we're never going to see it again. Someone clip that. Wow. That was the best save I've ever seen. The goal probability on that one was higher than 100%. What a pass. What a job offensively to make that situation happen for the Pike and the Swayzes. Anderson just does that. Wow. I'm flabbergasted, flummoxed, floored. But still, the Thunder Bay Pike have the 1-0 lead here in game number 5 on home ice at the Cam River Coliseum. It's been a low-scoring affair. No one has scored more than 3 in a game, and all the games have been within 1, except for the if we count the empty netters. It was a 1-0 game. 2 empty netters made it 3-0. We're going to count that as a 1-goal game. And let's face it, folks, these are 2 of the absolute best in the world. 2 beauties of the game of NHL 95. 2 players who mean... Oh, what was that? What was that? Boucher passes it backwards to Malone. Yeah, Boucher is just going to go flop on the ice for that one. The Thunder Bay Pike gift wrap a goal for the Swayzes, and they were cruising here. They were cruising to a 3-2 series lead here to keep home ice advantage, and now suddenly we're tied. It's anyone's game. Great play by Bobby Ryan, but the goaltending keeps up. Craig Anderson absolutely standing on his head. Bouwmeester now comes around the net. Sagathon's camped on that tender. Stolen away. Penalty coming up. And it's going to be to the hat trick once again. Bouwmeester gets a break, and he can't tuck it home. One-time chance. Perry doesn't take it. A minute to go in the game, and a penalty still to be called here. The extra attacker is on the ice for the Pike. Oh, what a save by Anderson. And the saves just keep coming. The human highlight reel. That is Craig Anderson. Mark Giordano heads to the box. And here comes Malone. Down B, scores! Down B on the penalty kill. Ryan Malone has given the Swayzes the lead 2-1. A crime is being committed before our eyes with all these down Bs. Oh my goodness. A penalty coming up here as the Pike hitting from behind, and it's all falling apart. Boucher with the giveaway of the year behind the net. His counterpart, the other end, Anderson, circus save after circus save, and Boucher with a full heel turn rips off his jersey to reveal a Swayzes one underneath. And that's all she wrote, friends. Game 5 goes to the Swayzes by a score of 2-1. A giveaway to end all giveaways, and a down B from the far end of the ice. I gotta take a moment here. 20-9 are the shots. Attack zone by 2.5 minutes. I mean, I'm shook. I can't imagine how Sean Bell is feeling right now. Wolf of Highland with his GLM shirt, Goalie Lives Matter. And they do. The Swayzes are writing the book here on how to be a defensive team. Defense first, goalie stands on his head, and you hope for a couple fluky goals. That's been the script. They've been following it to a T. No improv here whatsoever. Well, we're heading back to the double deuce, and it's going to be game number 6. And at this point in time, I would put money on a game 7 because that's just how it goes between these two guys. And I know from experience the 95 World Championship, Sean went to 5 games, went to the maximum number of games in the semis and the finals. And Giordano doing his best. Anderson laying out right there. Shot on net, Boucher. Just, you can't even imagine what Boucher had to say to the boys in the dressing room after that game. Because maybe the down B still happens. I don't know. But either way, they're going to overtime, and you like their chances how they, in general, are a slightly more offensive team. Chip down the ice. Shot on net there by Sturm. A giveaway, and Boucher's got to make a couple saves here. That's going to be Bobby Ryan taking it down the wing. One-timer in front. Perry gets the shot away. The players were a little too close together to have a significant impact on that one-timer. Boucher lets out the big rebound. Here comes Jokinen. And I feel like I say this every series. There's always a player who just doesn't seem to do what he needs to do. When I'm broadcasting for the Taipei Typhoon, it's always Danny Alfredson, right? Never doing what he needs to do. And tonight's Jokinen. Tonight, it's Olli Jokinen not doing what he needs to do. And the goaltending's in the head. I've never seen Sean Bell look so lacking so much confidence on his breakaways. For what? Penalty shot for what? This is some bullshit right here. That is, all of that is, there are no words. What was that penalty shot for? And that's what a penalty shot looks like here in the year of our Lord 2025. I don't know. And the Pike take a penalty. When it rains, it pours. Jokinen, he's not leading the series in scoring, but he is leading the series in sitting his butt down in that penalty box. Let me tell you. Intercepted. Perry didn't know he had it, and that's going to lead to Malone. Big shot on net there. Here comes Bomeister now. Gets around. Big save. And here comes Malone on the breakaway. Malone can't score, and the goaltending's coming up big on breaks. I don't know. Have we seen a breakaway goal yet in this series? 1-0 on the odd penalty shot goal. And I know that there were those two back-to-back. There we go! Bobby Ryan ties it up, our first breakaway goal. Finally getting Anderson going the wrong way, but I know I said the key to success for one of the games for the Swayzes was to score a different way, and they did that 2 in a row, but geez, they're really putting on a clinic for how to score in the most unconventional ways tonight. No one draws up the series and says, let's do down Bs, get a random penalty shot. Hope the goalie gives it away for a second time. Oh my God. We started this year at the NHL 95 World Championship. We started a kids tournament. And, you got to train the noobs. When you're the goalie, you never push B. And I know that because of we're more, advanced players here, all these years of playing, the way the league has expanded the level of play in this game. But B is always a risky button for a goalie. And you just saw it right there. Here comes Giordano. He can't score on the breakaway. There's a pass up. Here comes Perry. One-time pass. Oh my goodness, that goal was delicious. That goal was delicious. Nothing you can do on Anderson's behalf there. That just was going to happen. Suddenly now the Pike have a 2-1 lead. Oh no, the goalie's out of position and Oreskovich scores his first of the series. Just a weak shot, but there's no one in the way. It's going to go in every day. Face-off won by Malone. Penalty coming up for the Pike. And you can just see that the computer's kind of against the Pike in this game too. The random penalty shot and then took a penalty right after. And then the Hattrick Swayzes come back to tie it. And then the computer takes a penalty again for the team after. Bouwmeester, God rest his soul. He's not dead. I just thought I should say that. Okay, Oreskovich behind the net. He's got a chance and he scores again! Phil Oreskovich! Maybe he's more Phil the Thrill because he's got 2 goals in this game and Phil Kessel's only got 1 in the series. And the Swayzes have 3 goals for the first time this series, and because of that huge save from Boucher, they don't have 4. Wow, they came right back on that one. And the lead for the Pike is gone, and now it's been established again for the Swayzes. They're looking to close this thing out here in 6. They're smelling blood in the water. And it's back by Jokinen. Here comes Streit. Big hit there. And we're going to go to the 3rd period in this one. 3-2. Sagathon has the lead on home ice. Is this going to be 2 years in a row that the Godfather takes out Sean Bell? The inevitability factor here is starting to wear off. It was said many times at the World Championship that Sean hasn't won a championship for a while. Big save right there. Here comes Jokinen. He needs a big 3rd period. Gets a shot on net. Dumped in. Smart play right now. If you are the Hattrick Swayzes, you want to keep that puck down behind the Pike net. Giveaway right there. Recovered by Bouwmeester. And the clock is the enemy right now. Oh, big save right there by Anderson. Comes back as Jokinen tried to tuck one in the short side. 3 minutes to go here. Is this the season? First place. Gives it away in front. Oh, no. Another error for Boucher. McDonald has his 3rd of the series and a 2-goal lead. Sean Bell, first place overall in the league this year with 85 points. And now his season's looking like it's going to come to an end here. 2 minutes to go. He needs 2 goals. Oh, no, that didn't count because he drew the penalty. Oh, the Pike took the penalty there, or that one would have been in. Bobby Ryan goes to the box, and now the Pike have to do this. Down a man and down 2 goals. The fans in the Double Deuce Arena, they're singing the theme from Dirty Dancing. Now I had the time of my life. And I'm going to stop there because I want you to keep listening. And he scores! Olli Jokinen! Holy, what a goalie! And he's got the team within a goal here. This is desperation station to the extreme for the Thunder Bay Pike. They need a goal. They've got 1:27 to go. 27 seconds of those are going to be killing a penalty. And the faceoff is won by the Swayzes, and they smartly dump it in. Bouwmeester's got the puck now. There'll be a few more chances for the Pike unless they lose it at center ice like that. Malone's got it. Gets it back. And here comes Jokinen. Penalty's over. Jokinen again. Defensive. Malone. and he takes a penalty. Malone came in and forced that excellent play, forced Jokinen off to the side into a non-dangerous area, and Giordano comes in, takes his 4th penalty of the series, 41 seconds to go. What is going to happen in this game here tonight, folks? Strite's knocked down. He is knocked to the ice, and it's going to be desperation. It's the last chance here. Jokinen's got it. 20 seconds, a one-time chance for Perry. Absolutely huge save again by Anderson. Go for the Sunnyvale center smash. It's dumped down the ice. And for the 2nd consecutive year, the Minhattrick Swayzes have defeated the Thunder Bay Pike in the WN95 HL playoffs. 3 of the last 4 years. Sean Bell eliminated 10 consecutive championships. And look what it's come to here. Congratulations to the Minhattrick Swayzes. Ryan Malone, Andy McDonald, each with 3 goals in the series. Craig Anderson, the obvious MVP of this one. Save after save after save, and player name here has left the game, and you can't blame him for that. I can hear the cursing and shouting all the way from across Lake Superior up there in Thunder Bay. What a series for the Minhattrick Swayzes. We're going to have to post this on YouTube to give another link. The goaltending, friends, what does this come down to? We know that the Pike can score goals. That is not up for debate, up for question at all. But what happened tonight was Craig Anderson. Craig Anderson stood on his head. He made the big saves at every opportunity. And you got to look as well. The Swayzes come down. They lose game 1. They come back and tie it. They lose game 3. They come back and tie it. And they don't look back after that. Just an absolutely fabulous series for them. Looking like they might be they're on the track to repeat. They've got the winner, and I'm sorry, it's hard to read under the logo, the something Lynn Rats and the Pitt Intramurals. They've got their series coming up, and the winner is going to play the Minhattrick Swayzes for a chance to go all the way to the Brule Cup final. Thank you, my friends. Unfortunately, this means it's my only broadcast with you this playoffs, as Nate's out and Sean's out. None of the rest of you ever asked me to announce for you, so this is it for me. Hope the rest of the season goes really well, and congratulations to the inevitable winner, eventual winner. Have a great night, my friends, and please remember, you absolutely do not need to vote for assholes. Have a great night.